Hold up. So I think I remembered they said, because I don't like this UI. Here we go. Ah, better. Thank you.
There you go. That's cool.
That's better.
Oh, that's
anyway.
nice.
That's nice. It's just the old one.
Yeah, it's...
Why is it still playing the other music? Was it supposed to go away? Did I fuck it up? I broke the game.
No. It didn't start yet. Oh.
Hold up. The box, wrestling through the page. I look for the page we left off. He's like, what page were we on? I remember something about a cafe seed.
It still does the cut.
It still does the cut.
It looked like he threw the book.
No, he didn't.
He threw it away.
It still does the cut, but it's not as bad as before. It's not as bad as before with the music abruptly being like, boom, you know? Like, it's not as bad, but it sure is awkward. But maybe that's the point.
Yeah.
So.
And I like how he looks away like he's not supposed to. He's, why are you telling me this? I'm not supposed to know this.
It's not as bad as before, at least. That's all that mattered to me.
Having sex.
There we go.
There we go.
Now we can start it. Okay. So, now I can officially give the intro.
There we go.
Ah! Hey guys, what is up? Zero here. And welcome back to Doki Doki Exit Music Redux. So,
Yay.
in the last episode, we finished Act 1, where, in terms of improvements from and differences from the original, most of the characters are now in character. Sayori actually, I think, tells the club about her depression now. Monika doesn't randomly freak out on Yuri, so, you know, that's nice. And as you saw while I was trying to get to this act, some of the CGs were also fixed in between that and the full release. So they look pretty good and stuff. They also fixed my my favorite scene. Very sad. But
It's okay.
yeah. I think the only negative so far I think I've said about this mod in terms of the comparison to the original is MC is very much borderlining Raincloud Sayori in terms of his like annoying brain talking to the point like he's like so fucking down about himself, and I'm like, come on, dude.
He has like an anxiety disorder or something.
But it's like played up to the point where I'm like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
Maybe it's fixed a little bit. Maybe it's not gonna keep interacting as much as it did for Act 1. We'll see what happens. But yeah. And I still think it's very odd that Natsuki is picking us out of all people to live with, considering she could just, you know, pick probably one of the girls she knew that she knew for way longer than MC. Like, I understand the whole MC powers that kind of happens with visual novels, but I feel like living with them is a little too much.
They could have made it so like a thing where like Natsuki tries to live with the other girls, but the other girls like can't like
They have other problems.
keep her in her house for whatever reason.
They
so
should have.
He's the only option.
They really should have did that.
Would have been a bit better.
So yeah, but let's see what happens. Let's see. Ah! Huh? Oh. It wasn't real. It wasn't real, Zero. Pull yourself together.
Already starting.
Calm. Pull the covers off me. Turn to get my feet to the ground. And pinch the bridge of my nose. Ugh. It feels like it's about to explode. I'll probably have to take some painkillers or something. And I'm in desperate need of some water. Guess I have to get up then. I slowly stand up where I was sitting and head to open the bedroom door. I stop for a moment, noticing my clothes from the night before lying in front of me. I reach down and pick them up. Might as well bring these down for the wash. As soon as I exit the room, my stomach growls like a wild animal. Probably because the last thing I ate was a bag of crisps. Crisps?
Crisps?
This is Japan! They don't say crisps!
People who made this live in the UK, Zero.
British Japan! You really need to get some groceries today.
What if the MC's just British?
He's British. He just
Comes
is
from
now.
that place.
Oh, fuck, no!
Oh, what did you do?
My legs quiver as I attempt to walk down the stairs. As I reach the bottom, a certain pink-haired girl catches my eye. laying on one of the living room couches. Sayori?
Sorry.
That's not Sayori! Hey. Hi. Does she have boobs?
A little bit of boobage going on right there.
I was like, wait a minute. Because I was like, all right, we can finally see a sprite now. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I was like, does she have boobs? Natsuki has posture. I don't. That's clearly exit music. Clearly something else has changed between the Redux and the original.
They have like 4 sex scenes. They need her to have boobs.
I mean, she wasn't ever flat. She was flat enough to where her like fucking casual outfit never showed it though.
The thing is, it's like, yeah, she was never super flat, but like, she was still like wearing a bra. I assume.
Natsuki went from A to B.
when you wear a bra, your boobs kind of get hoisted up, and if they're bigger, it's more apparent.
She got the buff from the first day of the escape. She went from A to B, goddamn. Her bruise, despite being glaringly noticeable, has healed somewhat, though not by much. As for herself, she looks like she's trying not to nod off to sleep. What you got there? Some clothes for the washing machine. You got anything that needs to go in too? I might have some, yeah. I'll grab them in a bit. Cool. So, you came down here? Was there something up with the spare room, or... Natsuki yawns. I was like, what the fuck is she doing? I was like,
feeding on the air.
I was like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, oh, she's yawning. Natsuki yawns, stretching her arms past her head momentarily. No. I was hoping to see if there was something I could put on the TV. Some background noise. But there's never anything good on. And well, I just kind of stuck around. Because you'd already started melting into the couch? Yeah. Maybe a little bit.
Don't sleep on that couch. That couch looks so uncomfortable to sleep on.
It does. Don't sleep on that couch now. It gets bad for you.
The couch is like made of wood and like has a fabric overcoat.
You don't know my couch, alright? Don't fucking judge it.
I used to own a couch like that. That's exactly what it looked like.
Don't you fucking judge my couch.
It was made out of wood with fabric overcoat.
You judge my couch. My couch is amazing. Sluggishly outstretches her arms once more. Before you ask, no, I haven't slept. Well, I got a bit. Like, half an hour. That's hardly... Do you want to talk about it? No need. I think you can already guess.
Wait, she got half an hour of sleep?
Yeah, she got half an hour of sleep.
Okay.
I got a bit, like half an hour. Okay, so she got half an hour of sleep. So she slept for 30 minutes.
Out of the whole night. You should go back to sleep, Natsuki.
I jump into the stream and Natsuki's been fucking bodied. Yeah, Bug, did you miss it? Yeah. You'll be also not a comforter. I hesitantly place a hand on her shoulder. She looks up at me and smiles weakly. We stay as we are for a few minutes or two. No words exchanged between us. We're too enveloped in each other's company to do anything but savor the moment. Before long, though, Natsuki speaks up. I'm trying to process this, you know? I know I've already said it, but it's just so surreal to me. You just asked me for clothes to put in the washing machine, like it's the most natural thing in the world. Like I already live here. It is a little weird.
She's pointing it out.
What's up? Swinging her legs off the couch to right, swinging her legs off the couch to right herself. Well, you do. I know. That's the weird part. You do live here, in like that we've established in like the smallest like 10 minutes. Established in like 10 minutes. I was just like, you live in my house now. Not that you're staying here for a little bit until we can find a place for you to go. No, you live here now.
Yeah, you live here.
Where's the rent, Natsuki? When are you gonna start paying rent?
Yeah.
But hey, since I am, Might as well chip in with the chores, right? And the rent!
No. That's just make up with for the rent.
So I'll take care of the dirty clothes. You sure? I'm perfectly fine, just... I'm sure. I want to help out. Well, that's relieving to hear. Just put them down by here or something. Rushes towards the coffee table. I'll go get my load, then get them all in the machine. Sound good? Sounds good to me. I dump the dirty clothes on the table. She stretches out to grab the television remote from the table and turns it on. Pressing the home button, she opens the eponymous tab, checking the time. I don't know what word that is. Probably said it wrong, but I don't care. Just past 10:30. As long as it's not serendipitous, right, Bug?
Oh.
Dad would have gone straight to work at like 7. He doesn't usually check on me in the mornings, so he may not know yet. Well, that's a relief. Yeah. As for later, crap, I don't know. Guess we'll have to do as you said. Just wait it out. Yeah. So maybe we should... Zero, what are you still doing?
Hi.
Zero, you beat Natsuki?
It looks like he punched her. I'm gonna laugh so hard if that's what she thinks.
Oh my gosh, Natsuki! What the heck happened to you? And what are you doing here? Sayori, please calm down. It's a long story. Natsuki looks towards me for guidance, while Sayori is fixated on her eye. I can tell what she's thinking. Bullshit excuse, or tell the truth. Before I get the chance to respond, Natsuki seemingly makes up her mind, sighing. Okay, Sayori. You tell absolutely no one about this. Not Monika, or Yuri, or your parents, or anyone else. Please. Okay. It's... my dad. He... last night, got into an argument. Something trivial. I think it was about the TV remote or something. I called him a... I probably shouldn't repeat it. And he threw the remote at me. Hit me square in the eye.
Oh.
Sayori, don't take it the wrong way. He never laid a finger on me before. Just freaked out, I guess. I mean, it still wasn't gonna take a second more of that shit, so I came here. And Zero's, well, he's been kind enough to let me crash for a while. Till the dust settles, I guess. Okay then. He's pleaded with me to go along with the story. Story's terrible.
Oh.
No choice but to get caught up in the lie.
Oh, I didn't know it was a lie. I thought that's what happened.
No, her dad always beats her, remember?
Yeah, I guess.
And she also said, I'm gonna be staying here for a little bit, but it's like, no, she literally said she lived here.
I think part of me wanted that to be the real story.
Yeah, I was just like, no,
That's
yeah.
what I thought it was.
Well, you thought her dad was a redeemable person, Monika? This is exit music. Her dad is the second coming of fucking Satan.
I thought they changed it to be like, oh, okay, so he's not like abusive.
No.
He just got mad.
Her dad
Okay,
kicks
okay.
puppies.
I guess so.
He kicks puppies and robs cats.
Robs cats?
How could he? Satan worships Natsuki. Yeah, apparently.
Even Satan's too scared of him.
Even Satan's like, whoa, calm down, buddy.
I would have liked to just be the TV remote hit her face, and then she
Sayori.
freaks out.
Sayori stands shocked, utterly speechless in the face of this new information. Nas gets out a small chuckle in an attempt to diffuse the tension, but it does little to quell her concern. Natsuki. Sayori's eyes dart between Natsuki and I, trying to fully comprehend what she just heard. She reaches out to put a hand on Natsuki's shoulder, but Natsuki flinches. Sayori yanks her hand back. Opens her mouth to say something, but can't get any words out. This is a lot for her. The silence is unbearable. I feel myself tensing up.
What?
My heart is racing. Finally, Natsuki ends the silence. So yeah, did I just have like a panic attack? What the fuck just happened?
Oh, you're like freaking out, I guess, over what?
It's too silent!
It's too quiet. I can hear the blood rushing through my ears.
Oh, what the fuck's going on with me? Natsuki trails off. I have nothing else to say.
Not.
Bear brings Natsuki into a close hug. Natsuki winces a bit, but returns the embrace.
I'm so sorry. I'm glad you stood up for yourself.
Well, like, wasn't gonna lay down and accept it now, was I? Okay, let's go with Natsuki and sighs.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I just walked right in.
Not your fault. Anyone would want an explanation. Seeing me like this. That's why I'm avoiding school today. Last thing I want is for others to worry. Yeah, you know, last thing Natsuki wants is to have people actually try to come up with a solution for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand this logic here. She like doesn't want to tell Monika or Yuri about this because she's like, I don't want them to know, so I'll just be living in your house, and they just won't know. And it's like, I'm pretty sure you can't trust the people in the club that you've known longer than this guy. It just feels weird to me. I don't know. It feels super odd.
I feel like she would have gone to them first about all of this.
It feels like, because the reason for it, it feels like, because I feel like if we want to say Natsuki's stubborn, I feel like stubborn Natsuki would not tell MC about it. Because she doesn't know him that well. And then it would be something where MC has to figure out from the other girls, potentially. Because it's like, the problem with this kind of comes from the fact that it is using the base game as a base for backstory. And it's like, the base game, she's already known them for way longer than she's known me. I'm just a guy who she didn't even like when I joined the club.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I don't know, it's just weird. It just feels like her not telling everyone else just feels like it's there for the sake of drama.
It's there for the sake of this plot, yeah.
It feels like it's there just so it can build drama for them not knowing.
So it can build drama and so that Natsuki has an excuse to, like, be here.
It's just weird.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Ray's voice trails off, so her dejected eyes look to me. It's obvious she feels helpless to do anything for Natsuki. I step in to try and give her some peace of mind. Natsuki is safe, and right now, that's all that matters. If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Sarah's expression softens as some of her worry dissipates.
Promise?
I promise. We won't keep you in the dark.
We are already.
Sigh
You
of relief
can't promise
escapes her.
this.
Yeah, wow, we are assholes. We are terrible people. Like, what the
You
fuck?
can't promise that when you literally already lied to her.
They are promising. Yeah, let's say they're just lying to her more. Like, why are we so mean to Sayori?
I feel like they should have just told Sayori what actually happened.
Someone says, when you put it that way, now that I think about it, how does Natsuki fall in love with you in less than a week in the base game? Well, see, because in the base game, it's banking off the fact that it's just a visual novel, a dating sim. So it's like, by trying to put realistic elements into it, now it just makes no sense if you're going off of the base game.
Yeah.
Sigh of relief escapes her. But again, no one else can know about this.
I know, Zero. I won't tell a soul.
Thank you, Sayori. It means a lot. This also feels very backwards. Wait a minute, this feels extremely backwards to tell Sayori, because we just weren't we the ones to tell Sayori, like, to kind of like, I could be remembering wrong, but I could have swore we kind of like wanted Sayori to tell the rest of the club about her depression. But now we're going along with Natsuki's idea of not telling the rest of her club about her problems?
What happened? I was gone for a sec.
That was like, didn't we cover, I don't remember if we pushed Sayori to do it or if it was mostly just Sayori's idea on her own. It was like, we kind of like told Sayori to tell the rest of the club about her problems, but then we're going along with the idea of Natsuki not telling the rest of the club about her own?
I guess so. Makes
I mean,
no sense.
I mean, she saw Natsuki with a black eye, so they had to give a BS excuse. But they didn't have to give a BS excuse. That's what I'm saying. What's the point of hiding it from Sayori? Sayori's gonna go instantly call the cops? Like, Sayori could probably help.
Just tell her, like, just say, like, don't tell the cops, don't call cops, don't tell anybody. This is what happened, and then tell her the truth, and then just...
This feels
just
weird.
Seek support from her rather than lying to her. Both of them just lying to her.
Because it's different. MC just gives more of a shit about Natsuki instead of Sayori, which it shouldn't be. which that shouldn't be true.
Bro, later he should just pull her aside and be like, listen, she lied to you. I need to tell you what actually happened.
Thank you, Sayori. It means a lot.
If you guys ever need anything, I'm always ready to help.
For a brief moment, I was just a sincere smile before turning back towards the door.
I'm really sorry, but I have to get to school. I, missed my first lesson, so... No, yeah, of course. Well, I'll see you guys later.
Alright, Sayori. See you later.
Wait, so she came into the house because we weren't showing up to
Yeah,
walk with her?
she was, trying to get us to walk with her.
And we didn't, like, tell her that we weren't going today? We were just like, oh, we'll just let her wait out there.
Natsuki said she wasn't going. No, I think we were gonna go. Natsuki isn't going to school. I'm pretty sure I'm going to school. Natsuki isn't. Sayori dashes out the front door, closing it gently on the way out. Natsuki. What exactly was that? What do you mean, what was that? You said he only hurt you once. Obviously, I wasn't gonna tell her the whole story. Yeah, get her, MC! Get her!
Get her on her for that.
Yeah, get her, MC! Get her! Yeah! And I didn't exactly have the time to come up with a better excuse.
You didn't have to come up with any excuse.
On that note, why the hell did she just walk in? It's a neighbor thing.
She does that.
I should have warned you about it. Sorry. It's fine, I guess. Why didn't you just tell her the whole story?
That's what we've been saying.
Same reason I never told anyone else. Don't get me wrong, Zero. I love them. I don't trust them not to see me as some frail, abused, and sad little girl.
What?
So why? You're different, Zero. You actually... Ugh, never mind. Awkward silence falls between us. Do they really want me...
I hate this!
So, so luckily MC had called her out on her bullshit, so I will say I like that.
Yeah.
I will say I like that. I like that MC called her out on her bullshit. That's good. The one thing I don't like, though, is, so what I'm trying to gather here is they're trying to go with the Natsuki has too much pride to tell people these things. They're going with the Natsuki's pride thing. But my thing with that is that it's like, I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. I feel like Natsuki wouldn't.
She's too worried of the other girl seeing her as some weak, frail.
I feel like Natsuki's thrown. I feel like Natsuki's.
She trusts us to not think of her that way.
Well, she only looks at us like that because we love her, I guess, is the reason why she's trying to say. She thinks that the other girls look at her as just a frail little girl.
That's not even true.
Yeah, again, it's obviously it's supposed to be wrong because this is just supposed to be Natsuki's mindset. But the problem I think with this, in my opinion, is this is definitely making Natsuki seem way more prideful than what I think she really is. Like, I feel like Natsuki has thrown away her pride for less.
Yeah.
Like, even in the base game, she literally cries after you break one of her manga, after one of her manga gets torn, and she explains to, like, I don't know. It feels really, it feels like people are saying in the chat, she's Vegeta. That's what it kind of feels like. It's borderlining Vegeta levels of pride, and I'm like, I don't think Natsuki's that prideful. Okay, this makes no sense. Yeah, but what about the fact that Sayori entered the house from the right and left the house from the left? Where the fuck is the front door?
Oh, you know what? It could be like a house where
I at one misconception, one problem at a time.
No, there's two front doors. They're both the front door.
They're both the front door.
No, listen, I live in a house like this.
Are you really talking about the door?
Yes, I live in a house like this where you can use either door to enter the house because they're both like like there's gate on both sides of the house, and there's both doors on the other side of the gates, and neither of them are the back door. They're both like near the front of the house. You could go through either door, and it's the front door. It makes sense.
I just want to point out that I am not going to be taking off a point for the door. I am not rating this mod on the fucking door. I really do not care that Sayori went from the left. It's more of a funny quirk, if anything. I just want to point out that this is Monika's door rant and not mine.
Yeah, I live in a house with 2 front doors, I'm telling you.
I am not going to sit here and be like, why did she leave from the left door? Bad! 0 out of 10. Door inconsistency. No, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like that I don't feel right with the whole with Natsuki's pride being the thing that she's like, sitting here being like, I don't want to tell them because, like, I'm assuming this is trying to explain why she told MC and why she didn't tell the other ones. Why she didn't tell the other girls, and it just feels weird to me. I don't know.
Oh my god, she really does have boobs.
I told you. I know it's nitpicking, but still, it is a funny thing. I noticed the door thing too. I just didn't say anything. I did notice the Sayori came in from the right and left from the left. It was kind of funny.
I'll be right back. I gotta do dishes and stuff.
Chat, Monika. Awkward silence falls between us. Neither of us know how to continue the conversation. Natsuki averts her gaze, taking a seat back on the couch. Unsure of what to do with myself, I consider sitting myself down next to her. Another minute of uncomfortable silence follows. Well, that was a quick, uncomfortable silence! It's the sequel to the scene! It was just a minute of uncomfortable silence follows. I already regret lying. Okay, that was quick. My dad beats me part 2. That was quick. Like, how that could have been fixed, they could have put like a pause of uncomfortable silence, and then she could say, I already regret lying, and then you could do the music fade in. That could have easily worked for that one. Because yeah, that literally was the same problem that the other one had. It happens way too quick. My dad also has 2 front doors. No. I already regret lying. You did what you thought was right. I'm sure Sayori would understand. Not of anyone. I think she'd know at least a little of how it feels. Having a secret that you can't tell anyone about, no matter how much it hurts you, even though the only difference here is that Sayori told everybody! I guess. You sure she won't tell anyone? Well, we've been friends since we were little kids. You know she could be sometimes, but I like to think she's smarter than she lets on. Safe to say, I trust her with my life. Yeah, with how much she talked about you at the club, I figured you'd know each other for a while. I mean, she does live just next door. And that's how we first met, when I moved in. Oh yeah, she mentioned that once. I chuckle a bit, shaking my head. Could have known. She was talking about how when you first moved here, you were scared of her. And eventually she managed to coerce you into becoming her friend. He was scared of her. Natsuki seemed to try and hold in a laugh. Although whether it's at the fact that I was scared of Sayori of all people, or at the look on my face, remains to be seen. She happened to tell you why I was scared? I don't know. I can't remember everything she said. Okay then, I'll tell you. When I arrived at our new home, just as I looked out the car window to see it for the first time, I see her face damn near pressed up against the window. Gave me quite, what the fuck, Jesus. Well, that was her laughing, okay? That was like, I was like, oh god, that was too quick. It gave me quite the scare, as you'd imagine. I'd like to think it gave both our parents a shock as well. But afterwards, I spent days not going outside because I knew she was waiting for me. I don't think a single day went by in that period of time where she didn't try to visit us. It definitely didn't help that she lived so close. So yeah, she pretty much held me hostage in becoming her friend. I guess nothing's really changed after all. I guess so. That must have been a nightmare. I cover my my face in my hands to try and hide the embarrassment. Tell me about it. No, there was also this time she tricked me into getting a scary movie to watch while her parents were asleep. She told me it was a comedy. Safe to say, I didn't sleep that night. Damn, I never imagined Sayori to be the kind of person to do that. Trust me, she's more cunning than she looks.
Hey, by the way,
Oh wait, this one's better. In our old school, there was this big science fair they held every year. And this wasn't your ordinary science fair either. It had a ton of really cool prizes, but the one everyone wanted was this really big electric racetrack. Out of all the kids, I think I wanted it more than anyone. Thing is though, you have to get first place to win it. So I tried harder and harder every year until eventually I got second place. Next year, I was determined to get it. But I saw that Sayori was having a lot of trouble with it, and eventually she asked me if I could help her. Truth be told, I felt kind of bad about seeing her like that, so I dropped everything and helped her out. I agreed that I wasn't going to do all the work for her, and that she had to put in most of the effort. However, I promised I would always be there for her when she needs it. So we worked on the project every day after school for weeks. But I was always there in case she ever asked for help. By the time the science fair was right around the corner, she had finished an elaborate project on how air pollution affects the planet. She ended up getting third place. And I think you've guessed by now, but no, I didn't get past the researching stage of my project. I wasn't guessing anything. I was wondering why we are still on this MC talking about his, life story with Sayori. What is going on? Is he okay? I didn't know our MC became Yuri for a second. Why are we still talking about this? Holy shit, MC. Honestly, I don't care. I was really proud of her. So were her parents. This feels like a story that could have been, told later. And, I feel like not all of these stories should have been told back to back. Because I feel like this makes this scene go out for way longer. This could have been, another story for later. He's talking to Natsuki or something. And she's like, you have any more, Sayori stories? And he's like, well, I have one. Well, there's this one time. These stories seem better separated than they do all clunched together. Because he's just talking about Sayori. He even interrupted Natsuki when she was gonna talk. Yeah, just to tell more about Sayori. So were her parents. Felt so bad about how I didn't get to do my own project that she still sometimes apologizes for it today. And while, yeah, I only did it for the racetrack set up until that point, I think helping out Sayori really woke me up to the fact that I really like learning about that stuff. Hell, sciences are pretty much the only subjects I still somewhat enjoy doing. And I pretty much owe it all to her. Yeah. That was a pretty good day. What was this? Is MC like an old man? I once remember when I was at the science fair with Sayori. Ah, yeah, that sure was a good day. I remember the next day. My face immediately goes red. I just now realized how much I've been talking nonstop. Seriously. But I mean, I get that it could have been for a joke, but my god, it was for way too long. Wow. That was one hell of a story. Yeah. Sorry about that. I got a little carried away. Oh, don't worry. You're not as bad as Yuri. Is he not? I feel like he's worse. At least you can make the things you talk about interesting. Debatable. I laugh at that remark. Whatever you say. That does sound nice, though. Huh? You know, having that strong of a friendship with someone. I mean, yeah, but why are you saying it like that? I've just in her seat a little. I never had many friends growing up. Dad was dad. The club was the closest thing to a group of friends that I've had in years. Even then, I had to bullshit him a little to go to Monika's house. She had a party there a month or so back. Said it was some club assignment. The
Looking back, I'm surprised he bought it. He just wanted friends, you know?
My arm around their shoulder. And now you're lying to those friends, Natsuki. Now you are lying and not telling those friends the full story.
But in a way, you're my best friend.
That's weird.
You're still a dumbass, though.
Hey! Natsuki smirks and giggles.
Toss me the remote.
Hopefully there's something watchable on. I take it you're not hungry? Shakes her head.
I'm good for now. I'll help you cook a nice dinner tonight. How's that?
Natsuki turns on the TV and starts flipping through channels. Fine by me. My cooking's not the greatest. Nor my baking. Remember those cupcakes?
Good God, yeah. You definitely need practice. But you'll get plenty of it. We'll just need the ingredient.
Natsuki stops abruptly, gazing at the TV screen. Her eyes suddenly light up.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen this in years.
Huh? She glance over the TV to see what's caught her attention. Vibrantly colored fish swim throughout a large tank filled with coral, as two teenagers longingly gaze at each other from both sides. All accompanied by a mushy love song. What? The movie?
Yeah. I used to love it to death when I was a kid. Watched it all the time.
Someone said Shark Tale? Shark Tale? It's not Shark Tale.
Like, I must have seen it at least twice a week.
Why is everyone saying Finding Nemo? Guys, it literally said two teenagers. Look through the... Two teenagers are gazing at each other from both sides. It's not a fucking movie about fish. The fish was just the description. It's not a movie about fish. Turning back to the TV, we watch as one of the scenes drag out for over a minute. Endless jump cuts panning to each side, switching focus from the teens to the fish and back. Shots from inside the fish tank. This? As I might, can't help but let out a groan.
Hey, don't give me that. It might be a little cheesy. Doesn't mean it's bad. Bet you like some goofy over-the-top things yourself. Should we go through your anime collection?
That's not... Okay, fair point.
Come on, give it a chance.
Alright. Might as well. Take a seat beside her on the couch.
See? I told you!
As the closing credits play, I get up from the couch and stretch. Peering over the nearest clock, noticed a little over 2 hours have passed. Wow, have we really been watching this crap for that long?
Oh, shut up! You're enjoying it! I see it in your eyes!
Oh, so, since you were interested in looking my way than watching the film you love so much. Oh yeah, wait, Monika, you're right, we didn't go to school. What the hell? Yeah, did we just not tell Sayori that we weren't going to school? Embarrassed, Natsuki averts her gaze as her face glows bright red.
I didn't mean it that way. I was just gauging your reaction to the film. God.
I completely believe you.
Whatever. My point stands. You liked it.
Okay. I may have underestimated it. It certainly got personality. But it's still probably one of the cheesiest things I've ever seen. I mean, the acting was so hammy. It's hard to take it seriously.
That's what makes it so fun. Like, yeah, okay, it's a tragedy at heart. But the over-the-top acting is what separates the campy scenes from the, well, tragic ones. Like that house party.
I had no idea what was going on throughout most of that scene. Also disconnected from the rest of the film.
Well, I couldn't tell you what half the scenes even mean, but they still mean something to me, you know?
And I don't want to take that away from you. It's just not for me, I guess.
Yeah, I guess not.
Both fall silent for a moment. Not too sure where to go from here. Trying to look for something. Trying to look for something. Anything to distract from the odd tension in the room. My eyes are drawn to the kitchen door. They're describing OG exit music. There wasn't a party in OG exit music. There wasn't a house party. I get the vaguest sense they are referencing the DiCaprio Romeo and Juliet movie. Yeah, they are. I was wondering why chat wasn't picking up on that. Everyone was like, Shark Tale! And I'm like, guys, they're fucking describing, I'm pretty sure they're describing Romeo and Juliet. Cause get it? Cause that's what the mod's based off of. Everyone thought it was but there was fish! But there's fish! There's no fish in that movie! They're describing Romeo and Juliet, so exit music. Yes. Of course we wouldn't get it. You know we're morons! Hey, you feeling hungry yet? I sure do. What? I guess that's how that's said. I was about to say, what do you say? Are you feeling hungry? I sure do, I guess. I don't know why that sounded weird.
Actually, yeah.
Bacon sandwich sound good?
Sounds good.
I nod, heading into the kitchen. I turn towards the refrigerator and yank it open. However, there's no bacon in sight. It looks like she's having bread loaf. In fact, there's hardly anything here. Crap. Thinking about it, we're low on nearly everything at the moment. Which actually makes now the perfect time to get groceries. Hey, Natsuki? Makes her way into the kitchen.
What's up?
There's no bacon here. In fact, we're running pretty low on groceries in general. I've got some bread, maybe a few slices of turkey or something. Unless you want some oats. His face twists in disgust.
Gross.
Thought so. Means that I'm gonna have to head to the store sometime this afternoon. In fact, I should probably just get it out of the way now. You wanna come with? Natsuki gestures to her face. Oh! Right. Sorry. You'll be fine here?
Yeah. Promise I won't burn down the place. Unless... You wouldn't have any sunglasses, would you? Sounds stupid, but it should do the trick.
I don't think so. Maybe?
Well, I wouldn't mind coming with if I could cover up my eye.
I could go and take a look. I know where I can find some sunglasses. Actually, give me a minute. I rush upstairs into the spare room. Head over to the cupboards opposite the couch. I dart around, looking for where the sunglasses could be, finally landing on the shoebox on the top of the cupboard. Taking off the lid, I scour through the year's worth of junk in the box. Old action figures with stiff joints, broken CDs, video game cartridges from before my time. Finally, at the bottom of the box, I found what I'm looking for. Sayori's old sunglasses. Must have left these here years ago. They're a little flashy. Worth a shot, though. As I make my way back downstairs, Natsuki's waiting for me at the bottom of the stairs.
Any luck?
Actually, yeah. Something tells me they're not your style, though.
Oh, they can't be that bad.
I hand them over to her.
You're kidding.
Come on, just try them on.
Fine.
That's lets out an exaggerated sigh before putting the sunglasses on. I'll look at her. Look at her sunglasses. Now she's ready. But how can you just idle the fact that you're a high schooler shopping during school time? Actually, doesn't Japan, like, I could have be remembering wrong. Doesn't Japan, like, enforce that, like, really hard? Like, if teenagers are outside of school, like in, like, fucking, like, in the mall or something? Could have swore they, like, enforced that decently hard. But again, that's also assuming this takes place in Japan. We don't know where it takes place. I tried to keep a straight face, but can't help letting out a bit of a chuckle. But they could probably get away with it. They're old enough kids to where I think you kind of can't really tell if they're an adult or in school or not, so they're probably fine. Yeah, there is no way in hell I'm wearing these. But they're so cute. Oh, shut up. Hey, at least they do the job. I don't care. It's not worth going outside looking like some 70s rock star. Tosses the sunglasses aside, thankfully landing on the couch. Hey, watch it. Shades aren't mine. Whose are they? Oh, they're Sayori's. They're from years ago, though. Right. Now you mention it, now you mention it? Isn't now that you mention it? I definitely get that impression. So I take it you're not coming with? Yeah, I'll pass. Hey, I'll keep your seat warm. I let out a chuckle. Anything you want? Well, since you asked, I do have a sweet tooth. Maybe some chocolate? Don't sweat it if you can't, though. Gotcha. So, hang on. That rips off a square of kitchen roll. Hey, Zero, you got a marker? Yeah, sure. Look around the dining table to find a marker lying across some crumpled up paper. Oh, great. I never finished that poem for the club. But given the events of last night, I'd be blamed for forgetting. Regardless, I grab the marker, toss the paper in the trash, and hand it to Natsuki. Marker in hand, start scribbling away at the weak tissue paper, while avoiding any major tears. Hands it over to me, and I fold it, stuffing it into my back pocket. Now you won't forget. Thanks. It won't be long. Store's not too far. I'll manage the terrifying Home Alone experience. Alright, I'll be back soon. There's Natsuki said like 3 different things that you would say when someone's about to leave. Like, I'll manage a terrifying Home Alone experience. Or, I'll keep your seat warm. And fucking, like, it's like, my god, when are we leaving? Like, there's like 3 different lines that could have been like a leaving line. I was like, when are we leaving? Every time we're about to leave, it's, oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. Wait! I give Natsuki a wave goodbye as I head out the door. Natsuki pulls back. Wait, Zero! I make my way down to the shopping district. As I pass by, I notice an autumn leaf fluttering along the sidewalk. Is it fall already? I wonder there's such a chill. With the store now in view, I quicken my pace. As I make my way inside, I'm engulfed in the warm aroma of the indoor heater. I take a basket from the rack and pull out the piece of tissue paper with the shopping list. Bacon, eggs, flour, castor sugar, whipped cream, and chocolate, question mark? Should have really given me some quantities, because I don't know how much of these I should get. I have a limited budget, so that should give me a solid limit on how much I can get. I scour the aisles for each item on the list, and crossing them off the list as I go. Bacon, sugar, spice, everything nice, whipped cream, eggs, flour. You know, I should get some stuff for dinner tonight. What do you mean, you got bacon? I'd go for some grilled fish and rice. Now the chocolate bar. Fortunately, the snack aisle is just opposite the self-checkout tills. I skimmed through the mountain of snacks, unsure of what would be to Natsuki's taste, until...
Oh, Zero? Oh, Zero? Fancy seeing you here.
Monika? What's she doing here? Hi, Monika. What's going on?
Oh, nothing. Just getting some snacks for the club. What about you? You don't exactly look ready for the club.
chuckles in an attempt to lighten the mood, but I'm too tired to laugh with her. Takes notice of my lack of enthusiasm and quickly backpedals.
Gosh, listen to me. My mind is just fixated on club, club, club. Sorry. Maybe it's a sign that I need a break.
Don't worry about it. I haven't been to school today either, so... Oh yeah, you can see little strains on her eyes. I don't know. I guess those supposed to be like bags under her eyes, but it kind of makes Monika look old. I don't know. Like it's like she kind of looks like an old lady.
Nice. Oh, why's that?
It's been a rough week. I should keep it at that.
Are you okay, Zero?
Don't screams concern for me. For a second, I almost consider telling her everything. I quickly pushed the thought aside and give a vague explanation instead. Couldn't even see them until you pointed it out. I see them and I don't really like them. That's what I'm saying. Like she looks like an old woman. Like I don't know. Like now that I've seen them, I can't unsee them, and she looks old. Like it looks very odd. I don't know how I feel about them. They look weird. Yeah, I think they should be more transparent, I think, maybe. Like, they're too visual. Or, push comes to shove, you can just not have them at all and just say that Monika looks tired. Sometimes you don't need things on the sprite. Okay, push dot aside and give a vague explanation instead. I'm fine, really. I just don't want to get into it. Monika continues ransacking the shelves, immediately tossing all manner of snacks into her basket. She looks stressed. Has she slept? Probably not right of me to ask. I do anyway. Are you?
Huh?
I meant, are you okay? Monika stops and takes a deep breath, averting her eyes. Within a second, she looks me in the eye and smiles warmly. It looks like she's being genuine.
I'm okay, Zero. But I appreciate you asking. It shows how caring you are.
Without another word, she awkwardly goes back to snack hunting. Nice one, Zero. I'd better change the topic. So, what are all those for?
Oh, I was planning a bit of a surprise party. But if you can't make it today, perhaps you should reschedule.
Oh, yeah. I'll definitely be in next week onwards. Promise. Why is he even not going to school? Like, Natsuki can literally just be home by herself. Why is he not going to school?
Okay. I'm just concerned is all. We're barely a club without you, so you being away is...
He sighs and smiles.
But if you're able to come back next week, that's great.
I will. He gestures towards the snacks again. But, what's the occasion?
Well... You know better than any of us that Sayori's been feeling pretty down lately. So I wanted to plan something nice for her to cheer her up.
Aw, it's cute.
Just a nice, planned out welcome back event at the club. I want to show her that we really care, you know?
Sounds great. It's really thoughtful of Monika, planning an entire party for Sayori. If nothing else, she'll love the snacks. Speaking of which... Well, if I can just suggest something. Grab a large bar of white chocolate and hand it over to her. Monika turns over the bar and her eyebrows raised. She reads over the nutritional label.
Isn't this a bit too sugary?
That's the point. This is Sayori we're talking about after all.
Good call. I'm a bit clueless when it comes to these kinds of things, so I appreciate the direction.
I would be too, if I had known her for 13 years. So don't worry about it. Not sure what to pick for Natsuki. Take a safe bet and grab a carton of cupcakes, placing it into my basket. Monika and I then head over to the self-checkout tills. Both of us scanning our items, waiting to be rung up so we could pay. Since you're gonna reschedule the party, wouldn't it be a good idea to hold off and buy these things later? He shrugs nonchalantly. Or she hops, I guess.
Well, I'm already here. Might as well get them now. I can afford it, so it'd be a waste to have to put all these back on the right shelves. I'll toss them into the fridge and bring them in on Monday. They'll still be fresh by then.
I guess. And, what are you going to do at the club instead?
That's a good question. I hadn't really thought of that. Oh, maybe I could suggest they write a poem during the club hours? It could encourage some cooperation. Maybe they could develop their writing styles with each other. Oh, this could be wonderful. I would really love it if we could treat the club more like a team. Could you imagine Natsuki and Yuri writing a poem together?
She goes in her uncharacteristic rapid tangent. I realized something. Can't really say anything about Natsuki's absence. I guess she'll just have to find out on her own. I hate having to keep secrets like this. But I made a promise, because Natsuki's an asshole. Because Natsuki is extremely unlikable. What is you guys saying? My question is, why is Monika kind of acting passive-aggressive? Like, clearly if he's not able to come, something is going on. Yeah. Monika being, like, passive-aggressive. You could say because she's tired, but even then, I feel like Monika would probably point out how she's tired and she's being kind of rude and probably apologize for it and be like, wait, I'm sorry. Like, obviously, there's probably something going on with him and he just can't say. Wait, she's clueless about what Sayori likes. I'm so sad I can't speak right now because I have so much wrong with this mod every second. Actually, yeah, wait a minute. How does MC know what Sayori likes, but Monika doesn't? And MC even said that they drifted apart. And it's like, so why would, at this point, I feel like MC only knows what fucking, what, old, young Sayori like, or 8-year-old Sayori would like? Monika's usually a bitch, though, anyways. Not really. I don't know. I don't think we're talking about the same Monika. I'm talking about, like, you know, actual Monika, not original exit music Monika. Despite that, this is still better than her just exposing Yuri's scars in original exit music. Well, yeah, I am, but, like, anything is better than that. like, yeah, obviously. It's like, anything was better than that. Good night, boy trooper. But you are correct. There is an improvement there. It's true, I'm just looking at the bright side. That is true, there's an improvement there. Yeah, that would definitely be interesting.
Yeah.
After paying for our items, we head out the store with our bags in tow.
Well, I guess this is where we part ways. You sure you can't come to the club?
I'm sure. Do some bag juggling to reach my phone and glance at the time. Oh, crap. Running way later than I should anyway.
I see.
Yeah. It was nice seeing you, Monika.
So, Monday?
I wouldn't miss it for the world. Sayori needs the support.
Great, I'll see you then. Take care, Zero.
Turns away and walks down the other side of the street, heading towards school. I start my way home, walking at a brisk pace. Monika hit it well, but I could feel her disappointment. When Natsuki doesn't show up either, I sigh. Why aren't you going to the club? Again, did they ever explain why MC isn't going to club? Like, I understand Natsuki can't go because of the scar on her eye, the bruise on her eye, but it'll be her black eye. But why can't MC go? I don't understand. There's nothing against him going. He isn't going because Natsuki, I guess. But, like, it's clearly affecting everyone else. It's like, why not just go and then just say, Natsuki, I'll be back after school. Like, it's not like she's a child. She's grown enough to figure out what to do for the rest of the day. You don't gotta watch. If anything, isn't he kind of just doing what Natsuki said that he... Isn't he just doing what Natsuki said that he doesn't do? He's like, they all see me like a frail little child. Well, isn't MC basically babysitting her at her house, treating her like a little child? Yet he can go to the store without her. What? Zero, I don't get it. Yeah, he can go to the store, but he can't go to school? This doesn't make sense. That's what I was like. It just feels like him not going to the club is, again, just feels like a forced conflict. It just feels like he's not going to the club because just to make the other girls, just so that there's a plot, just so that there's like a problem with the other girls being sad that no one's there. I sigh. I sigh too. Why is nothing going the way I thought it would? First time I talked to Monika, she looked like she had everything together. Now she looks like she hasn't slept in days. Sayori's depressed. Even if I could see the future, I wouldn't have believed it. I mean, Natsuki's living in my house, for God's sake. And me, I know the stress and anxiety that being involved in the literature club would cause. I wouldn't have joined in the first place. I mean, who would? Saw cute girls and fun poems at first. Now it feels like I haven't seen words on paper in years. But the shopping list. But regardless of how I feel about the whole ordeal, I'm not leaving anytime soon. And join the club, not to still be stuck with her abusive dad. There's nobody to help her. And Sayori, she'd be. This is the third time. They really like low opacity hanging Sayori. This is the third time she's been here. Hi, Sayori. Which should give him more reason to go to school! I feel my chest tighten as my heartbeat accelerates. I struggle to maintain my breath, so I hold myself against the wall to regain my composure and keep myself from collapsing. However, that does little to stop my mind and heart from racing. Would she? Don't know. Doesn't matter. Didn't happen. I'm here now. I need to keep myself together. Only to help Natsuki. And be there for the club. Club. It's funny, really. I joined a literature club, but I still haven't read a single real book. Ironic, in a way. I'm sure Natsuki would disagree. I lift the bags to my not-so-injured arm, start walking again. I need to hurry. Okay, so. Anxiety-filled MC strikes again. So now, here's my thing with this. So, anxiety MC, it's a fine thing to have him like that, sure. My only problem is, every single time he has these little episodes, it's the same thing. It's always wrapped around Sayori. You know? Like, every single time. It's like, it's always back to Sayori. Like I don't know. It's just weird. Like, it's just like, he always, like, I'd like it if he actually, like, was affected more by everything else around him, and he talks about this stuff at first, but it always just ends up tying back to Sayori and being like, and if Sayori hangs or something, and it's like, and then they get low opacity Sayori to show up again, and it's like, there she is again. And it's like, what the hell? But again, as I mentioned before, he likes to really, they like to bring up that, okay, he's kind of tormented by Sayori hanging herself, which is fine. Sure. That makes sense. That is a very traumatizing thing. But then wouldn't that also be, like, wouldn't that be a driving force for him to want to go to the club and to spend time with Sayori? Like, it feels a little weird that he's like, I can't go to the club. I have to stay home and baby Natsuki, even though Natsuki says that I don't baby her. But then I'm just leaving my friend who almost killed herself alone and not hanging out with her. Like, huh? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I can't believe that MC cares about Sayori when his actions don't show it. Like, his actions speak louder than words. Still reeling from the encounter with Monika, I reach my street with the groceries in tow. The bags themselves aren't hefty, but I feel like my arm is going to give out. This is what I get for not sleeping well, or eating well for that matter. To be honest, I'm not doing anything well at this point. I walk up to the front door and shove it open with my good shoulder. Yeah, I guess you could put makeup on, but like, I guess potentially Natsuki probably doesn't have makeup, so who knows. I'm not gonna really sit here and talk about Natsuki putting on makeup, but eh. Hauling the bags over into the kitchen, I lift them up before setting them down on the counter. Thank you for the gift sub, Libatina. One of them slouches over to the side. The carton of cupcakes I bought for Natsuki sliding out in plain view. Almost immediately, Natsuki's arm reaches around me and snatches it away. Yoink! Hey, I was planning on making some actual food first, you know? A little appetizer wouldn't hurt. He shrugs her shoulders. Well, I don't know what kind of chocolate you preferred, so I just got some cupcakes instead. Hey, I'll take anything at this point. Thanks. No worries, Natsuki. If you really want to know, though, white chocolate rules overall. Ew. I hate her more. I said it on my first stream, I'll just say it again. If a plot doesn't flow well and the characters don't make reasonable decisions, what's the point of telling the story? Yeah, this MC doesn't make very smart, not even smart, just these decisions don't make sense. It doesn't make sense with what he's trying to say, with what he believes in. And what everyone else says. Duly noted. Well then, if you don't mind me, go ahead and cook us up some dinner. Hey, wait, I'll come and help. No, stay put. I'll handle it. You sure about that? Just because I can't bake doesn't mean I can't cook. I mean, it'd be pretty screwed if I didn't know how. Living alone and all. Fair enough, just don't burn the house down, okay? I did just move in after all. Har, very funny. You smell smoke, you know what it is. Grab the apron slung over the oven door's handle and tie it around my waist. I don't think he's supposed to be making smart decisions here, Zero. But that's the problem. It's not just about him making smart decisions. My point is he's not making decisions that correlate with the plot and everything else around it. The information that we're given. Like, by MC staying home, he's literally babying Natsuki. Making Natsuki's whole reasoning for telling him not make sense. So, it's like he's literally babying her by feeling like he has to stay home. And by MC staying home, it doesn't show that he actually cares about Sayori. Because he doesn't. If he was truly affected by this isn't how somebody would act. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, like I'm not saying he's making dumb decisions. He's not making logical decisions. like I had said, there's a difference between smart and logical. Like, he's not even making logical decisions. His actions are extremely conflicting on what he's trying to convey to the player. Exactly. It's a very big conflict. It's a very big conflict. That's words. They're conflicting actions. What just happened? Natsuki had a seizure. He's not making natural decisions. That too. That's a better word. Thank you, Libatina. What the fuck just happened? Natsuki just had a fucking... Oh. That is amazing. I should have my phone with me, because this is art. Hey, either I wear it or you do. Well, yeah. At least I can pull it off. Sure. Well, I'm gonna go find us something fun to watch. You work your magic, okay? Uh-huh. Natsuki chuckles as she heads back into the living room. Alright. Cooking skills. Don't fail me now. Yeah, I don't know. Right now, it seems like Redux is definitely an improvement over the original X music, but now it's like creating other issues that the original X music didn't have, so it's a little weird. Like, it's better in some ways, and then it starts creating other problems that wasn't even in the original X, because the original X didn't even have time to have, so it's a little odd. Well, it's not the worst thing I've ever made. But it's certainly not my proudest meal. I hope it's serviceable. Take a plate in each hand and bring them both into the living room. Natsuki, having heard the noise, rushes up and snatches her plate out of my hand, before returning to her seat. I join her, resting my meal on my lap. Picks up her fork and knife and gets ready to eat. I start digging into my own plate. Not exactly the best meal I've eaten, but it works. Hey, so far, no, Monika, so far it's not worse than the original exit music. It's just creating other issues. So far, I'd say it's still, so far I'd say it's still on the same level as the original exit music, just because it has other problems. So it's like, I wouldn't say it's I wouldn't say it's exactly worse. Yet. We aren't finished. Erasing old problems, creating new ones, balance is all things should be. I take a glance at Natsuki, curious as to how she's liking it. Staring through it at an Olympic pace. I don't know what I expected, but I guess edible is more than enough for me. Not. Take a breather. Jeez. This is some good grub. I might have just underestimated your cooking. She continues eating as she speaks. I didn't catch any of that. Pause for a second before finally swallowing her food. What I was trying to say is, this is pretty good. Not my best, but I appreciate it. This isn't your best? Also, Jesus Christ, Piano Man, calm the fuck down. There is a piano just on my back. I can whip up some mean instant noodles. And suddenly, I have no regrets coming here. Regrets? What? It was just a joke, Zero. Oh my fucking god, he is Rain Cloud Sayori. Are we sure Sayori has depression? Shouldn't be getting too worked up about it. That's a relief. Oh, by the way. Probably best you didn't come to the store with me.
Yeah? How come?
I ran into Monika. Just stocking up on snacks for the surprise party for Sayori. It was supposed to be today. When I told her I was going to be a no-show, she moved it to Monday. Natsuki stops eating for a moment.
Huh. Something about that rubs me the wrong way.
What the fuck is on? Is that my screen or is that Natsuki? Like, what the fuck is that? Is Natsuki getting a beard? What is that? Oh, those are like crumbs. Oh, what the? I was like wiping my screen because I was like, what the fuck is that? I don't see it. It's like very like, you gotta like really look. Natsuki has a beard. She's getting some stubble. Natsuki, you gotta shave. Something about that rubs me the wrong way. Something about the crumbs on Natsuki's face rubs me the wrong way too. I don't know. Some of these visual effects feel like one of those things where it's like, I feel like you didn't have to show it, you know? Like I said, you don't have to show crumbs on her face. Because it makes me, to me, it looks like it was a beard. Yeah?
Listen, I don't know Sayori as well as you, but just look, imagine if everyone knew about my situation. And they decided to throw me a surprise party telling me everything will be okay. When they don't really know jack shit about what I'm going through. Honestly, I'd be kind of pissed.
Then why don't you tell them about the kind of shit that you're going through so that they know? You can't really be upset about people not knowing what you're going through for a party if you're not going to tell them what you're going through. Like, that doesn't even, like, really make sense. I don't know, like, it's like, she's like, I'd be pissed. They don't even know what I'm going through. Then explain it to them! Like, what? You can't be mad at people for not knowing it when you don't tell them! Like, what?
It just seems really patronizing to me.
Yes, comfort is patronizing. Why did you go to MC then? That's what he's doing right now! He's comforting you!
But I don't know. I'm not Sayori. Maybe she would like it.
I hadn't thought of it like that.
Just my 2 cents. Maybe you could bring it up with Monika?
I don't know. Monika seemed kind of Out of it today? He's stressed out, that's for sure. After all this stuff at Sayori, festival falling apart, people missing the club. You might just need something to go right, you know? And like you said, Sayori's not like you. Yeah, Sayori's normal. Yeah, Natsuki, Sayori is respectable and appreciates that her friends are trying to help her. Unlike a certain somebody who's a hypocrite and just wants to tell a guy only. It does make sense. It's not like you want everyone reminding you of your problems all the time, but that's not what they're doing. And she could also just tell them not to do that. That's the point. And it also doesn't make sense because she's like, I don't want them doing that. And then MC is quite literally doing that. And she says like, you're different. When nothing that MC is doing is any different to how they would treat her. That's my problem here. That is my main issue. My main issue is that she says like that they're gonna treat her a certain way, but then accepts MC to treat her that exact way. And just says that he's different when he's really not. That's it, Natsuki, bottom of the list. Maybe she will appreciate it. We can only hope. Yeah. Having demolished her meal, this moves her plate off her lap and onto the coffee table. Meanwhile, only halfway done. So, yeah? You gonna finish that? Actually, yes, I am. If you're still hungry, you've got that chocolate in the kitchen. Nah, I was just messing with you. Thanks for reminding me about the chalky, though. Don't say chalky. Oh no. I'll get to that soon enough. Natsuki stands up, grabbing her dish, and disappearing into the kitchen with it. I call out to her. Hey, Nat! Yeah? You know, Monika still wants us to write our poems. So? So we should sit down and do that at some point. And I'll do you one better. Appears in front of the doorway empty-handed. How about we do our poems separately, then we save them for the club? That could be exciting. Plus, it means you don't get to read all the trash drafts of it. That's the fun part. Sure it is. Did Monika specify a theme? She did, but it relied on everyone in the club cooperating. And since we weren't there, we go quiet for a moment, silently brainstorming. Before long though, I break the silence. Honestly, I might just try and make a start on mine now. You do that. I think I'm gonna hit the hay. Thanks for the dinner, Zero. It was pretty good, as far as I was expecting from you. Finishing my food, I placed the plate down on the nearby coffee table. Well, if you're going to live in my house, it's not like I'm gonna leave you unfed. Stand up, gearing up to go write my poem. Out of nowhere, I feel Natsuki's tight embrace. I return the gesture. After a few seconds, she slowly pulls herself away. Good night, Zero. Good night, Nat. I still hate that nickname. She climbs the stairs, slowly leaving my line of sight. I don't know what that was all about. Anyway, I should probably get to that poem before I call it a night. Start heading upstairs myself. My favorite nickname that the mod's given any of the Dokis is Say Yo-Yo. Pretty sure I saw it in Focus on Me and it was just too fucking funny. Say Yo-Yo sounds funny. Say Yo-Yo. Suki is a better nickname than Not. I honestly would rather take Suki. I think at one point I didn't like it, but then I later was like, at least because the thing is with the name Natsuki, you can say it either way. You can say Natsuki or Natsuki. Technically both are correct. So at least with Suki, it at least works with one of the sayings of her name. Not just is already a word. Say Yo-Yo. Knots could be better. Knots could work too, honestly. Did she just question why he hugged him? Wait, did she? Did he? I wonder what that was all about. I just kind of saved her from living with her father and letting her live in my house. I know what that was all about anyway. Like, what the... Oh my god. As I reach the hall, catch one last glimpse of Natsuki, closing the door to the spare room. Entering my bedroom, I take a seat at my desk, pick up a pen, and begin tapping at the paper as I get lost in my own thoughts. Why did he even question that? He's like, Natsuki loves me? Nani? Saturday. I'm rudely awakened by the irritating yap of my alarm, even though it's a Saturday. I haphazardly swipe at it in an effort to turn it off. In my dazed trance, all I manage to do is knock everything off my nightstand, including the alarm. Still beeping, I force myself out of bed to shut it off once and for all. I'm already up. I'll have to start my day earlier than expected and head downstairs. I trudge into the living room and sink into the couch. As the cushiony softness takes me in, I soon find myself feeling at ease with a calm, tranquil silence washing over me. For now, I'm left only with my thoughts and the beautiful morning sunshine coming through the window. Wait, if you're just gonna go in the living room to sit on the couch, why did you even leave your bed? Wait, so he just like woke up, he forced himself out of bed, and then he's like, let's start the day. And so by starting the day, he just goes to the living room couch and just goes, guys, my day has been started. Just let's stay in your bed. Just stay in your bed. Why would you even get up? Considering the events of the past few days, this is exactly what I need. Finally relax and think clearly for once. Okay, so this silence is calming, but the other silence give you a panic attack. Well, I think it's because that was a tension silence, Monika. The other one was happening like with a bunch of people staring awkwardly. That's why he was freaking out at that one. But even then, that was still kind of weird. But I'm just saying, like, that was the difference between these silences. I just thought it was funny that he got up from his bed and was like, "Oh, I started the day." He did it. I could finally relax and think clearly for once. No panic, no stress, no. I thought drifts off as a creaking of floorboards upstairs yanks me from my peace. Looks like Natsuki's awake as well. Turn to face her, she groggily walks down the steps. Morning, Nat. Rubs her eyes and lets out a yawn. Hey, Zero. What are you doing up so early? I glance over at the clock and see it's only 8 in the morning. Not that early, you know. It is for you. Hey! Shrugs her shoulders as a smile creeps onto her face. I don't know, you're like the type to sleep through half of your Saturday. Am I wrong? Well, not really, no. Heh, figures. Wait, figures? Well, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go make something. She stomps her way to the kitchen. Leaving the comfort of the couch, I reluctantly follow her. You got bacon and eggs yesterday, right? Yes. Natsuki quickly grabs the apron slung over the oven handle and puts it on. Let's make some bacon and eggs! I take a good look at her. Natsuki in an apron. Crap. She does pull it off. Hey, stop ogling and start helping. That's not, it's an apron. Wait a minute. Can you not pull off an apron? It's like, it's an apron. Oh man, you gotta pull off the fashion of an apron, bro. Ooh, the apron. Oh, never mind. What do you need me to do? How good are you with making bacon? As good as I can be, I guess. Stop being so wishy-washy. Gotta have pride in the things you're good at. Yeah, and I think you have a little too much sometimes. Miss Pride. Who's hungry as soon as she wakes up? A lot of people are. It just depends on your type of person. It's funny because I know Zero has read both my highlighted messages but stayed quiet but responds to my random ass normal message. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what normal messages or highlighted messages you even sent, Zed. Sometimes I just read these messages without even seeing who sent them. So I don't even think I did read any highlighted messages as of recent. Half the time I read the sender of the message after I already read the message. She looks so gosh in that apron. I don't exactly take pride in my cooking, Nat. Don't sell yourself short, Zero. Weren't you the one saying that my food sucked? Or that you expected worse from me? Well, there you go. At least we changed our mind with the food. Even I gotta admit, dinner last night was pretty good. I'm happy you liked it. You should be. The Natsuki seal of approval is a rare artifact, sought out by many. I bet. Alright, and give me enough positive reinforcement. Now go make some bacon. Yeah. So... Oh, click off them up. I take out 2 large plates from the washing rack by the sink. Well, since I yawned, I get to drink water. Oh, thank you for the gift sub, Sonic. I don't know if I have to say thank you for that. Ah. She knows our capabilities, so she knows we're good. That's a Natsuki reply, Zero. Straight BS, but okay. It's not BS! Why do you... If anything, I feel like you're a little full of yourself to think that I read every single one of your messages. And, like, when the chat is moving constantly and I'm supposed to read... Like, I hate to burst your bubble, but some messages I can't read. That's just how it works. I feel that MC could pull off that apron. Ooh. I don't know, Dragon King. You gotta really be able to pull off an apron. Grab the bacon strips and lay them out in the cold pan. Make sure to keep them somewhat close together. I slowly turn up the heat. Feel the heat. Now, it's time to wait till they start to sizzle. Zero, you forgot these. Huh? What did I forget? There was a pair of tongs in my way. Of course, tongs! And the tongs hit me in my eye. Ah! Just like the remote! How did I forget that? How'd you like your eggs? I like them scrambled. Good choice. Nice to know I'm not living with a complete idiot. That's the wrong answer. Poached. Still good, but by far the worst as far as eggs go. Though, yeah, you're still an idiot. I just can't catch a break, can I? I can't let you get soft on me. Oh, soft? This is a girl who has an entire Parfait Girls box set. Also, he is already soft. The MC is not butch in the slightest, Natsuki. What are you talking about? Parfait Girls is amazing! Hell, even you like the series. Sure, but do I have an entire box set, though? Not like you'd want one in the first place. Well, yes and no. And what does that mean? I don't want one of my own. Because I couldn't imagine reading it without you. Hear a pin drop from across the kitchen. Quick to salvage the silence, I pipe up. Well, you know, I just enjoy enthusiasm for it. Uh-huh, sure. Hey, all I'm saying is that it's cute how invested you get in the story. Asuka grabs an egg and cracks it on the rim of the bowl, dropping the yolk perfectly inside. You see that egg, Zero? Yeah? That's gonna be your skull after I'm done with you. Oh wow, I'm so scared. You should be. Pay no attention to Natsuki's empty threats. The bacon starts to buckle and curl. This MC is soft, and that's okay. Well, yeah, I never said it wasn't okay. I'm just saying it's funny how Natsuki's like, talking like he's butch. Can't have you going soft on me. It's like he's already soft. I know more about your boyfriend than you do. He's mine now. You don't treat him right. Grabbing the tongs, I drag and turn the strips, trying to get them as crispy as possible. I'm a bit tense as the fat splatters around, ready to burn me if I'm not careful. Is Zero gonna play this mod in one go? I don't know, depends how long it is. I'm already on Act 2, so depends how many acts there are. I should be fine, as long as I keep my distance. You know, I was looking for paper to write my poem on last night, but guess what I found instead? Oh, please, enlighten me. 3 whole stacks of that crappy shonen manga. What was it called again? Is this her sweet revenge? That manga is great. People only hate on it because it's popular. Or maybe, just maybe, you have really bad taste. Come on, it's really not as bad as people. Ow! Out of nowhere, I feel a burning sensation on my arm. I think I got hit by the splattering bacon grease. Careful, Zero! Oh yeah, you gotta look out for that. Yeah, grease in a pan will fucking shoot you. Be like, pshaw! Fucking grease in a pan fucks you up, bro. Shit freaking feels like you're getting shot. Yeah. I just got caught off guard.
Nice.
Alright. Pay attention back to the eggs. This is so embarrassing. Just get this over with so I can take a long shower. Even a cold shower. Wait, what's embarrassing? What? What's embarrassing? That you got hit by bacon grease? Huh? What? Huh? Getting hit by bacon grease was embarrassing? Everybody gets hit by bacon grease every once in a while. What? What? Also, MC, you barely have pride. Don't try to pretend like you do. You have no pride. MC's life is embarrassing. Yeah, it's like I would not be. I don't know what's so embarrassing about getting hit by bacon grease. It's not like you spilled water all over yourself. Even a cold shower. Okay, maybe I'm not a psychopath. Maybe if I'm lucky, she'll slip up too, and I won't look like a total idiot. Hey, cold showers are actually what fucking football players take after they come back. Cold showers are nice. I get back to my bacon strips. Defeated for now. We'll get them someday. They're gonna look really crispy. I keep moving them with the tongs, just to make sure I got every spot. Eventually, I deem them prepared enough and start distributing them between the 2 plates. Any ideas for drinks? Something hot. Well, I've got coffee. I've got a packet of green tea. Ooh, have you got hot chocolate? I'll go check if we've got some. Open up the cabinets, and eventually I find a box of hot cocoa powder. Start boiling the water. I guess we're in luck. Take out the box, shaking it in front of Natsuki. Smiles at me while she continues to scramble the eggs. I open the cabinets and take out 2 mugs. One pink and one red. I need to ask where the bright pink mug with cat ears came from. Natsuki's preparing what seemed... She packed her mug? Out of all the things Natsuki packed, her mug was one of them. It's like she packed her mug? No, man, if I'm leaving, I gotta take my mug. This is very important. Natsuki's preparing what seems to be the most fluffy serving of scrambled eggs I've ever laid my eyes on. It's an essential. She needs the mug. She packed her mug, but not a change of clothes. No, wait, what the fuck? You gotta have the mug. I mean, professionals have standards. Fair. She places the plates. She places the plates of eggs on the table as I continue to tend to our drinks. Hey Zero, come here. I want to teach you something. See these wonderful, crispy-looking bacon strips? That's a lot more positivity than I was expecting. They're missing something. And what would that be? Seasoning. That's how you bring a dish together. Proper seasoning. Huh. Didn't know you're supposed to even season bacon. Well, if you're gonna season it, it should be before you fry it up. I always liked the sriracha and sesame marinade. Back when I used to... She's silent for a moment. before pepping back up.
But hey, live and learn. Some fresh ground black pepper and garlic salt will do for now.
Live and learn. Season away then, Master Chef. Starts looking through the cabinets, eventually taking out 2 containers of multicolored powder. Wait, did I? No, okay, no, I thought something else. Shut up. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they do. I have no idea where they came from. Have they always been there? I really need to keep a better track of what I have. With a pinch of each of the powders, she starts distributing them among the strips. Where I'm standing, it looks like some kind of evolved witchcraft. She's not trying to poison me. Guess that's the difference between my cooking and hers. She does it for the art. I do it to survive. Well, I do it to try to survive, at least. Billy steps away from the dishes.
It's ready.
Well, let's just get these drinks finished up, and we'll dig right in. I put the hot cocoa powder in the mug, and pour the boiling water in. And mix the contents of the tablespoon, making everything even. I quickly prepare my coffee as well. Natsuki goes ahead and heads into the living room. With my cup of coffee in hand, I follow, ready to enjoy our lavish breakfast. Lavish breakfast. Hello, Natsuki. Welcome back to lavish breakfast. Walking up to the couch, I placed a drink on the coffee table in front of her. I have just now noticed that this stream is in 60 FPS by accident. Whoopsies. Well, it's okay, guys. We get to see the visual novel in 60 FPS. It really is exit music intergrade. Now it's in 60 FPS. You can only play this on your PS5, guys. I'm still waiting for the Yuffie side story. For exit music. Walking up to the couch, place a drink on the coffee table in front of her. Takes a whiff of the hot chocolate. I can't help but take note of the resulting smile.
Hey, Zero, did you switch our drinks?
Nope, there's coffee in this, hot choc in that. Why do you ask?
Why did you pour your coffee in the bright pink mug with cat ears?
Because obviously, a bright pink mug with cat ears is the epitome of manliness. Burst into laughter, cackling away at my dumb joke. I crack a smile. The smell of freshly cooked breakfast. Sunlight pouring in through the windows. The steam emanating from our hot beverages. No, wait, Natsuki did bring a change of clothes, right? Because that's how she has that's how she has these clothes. I mean, that's how she has the other clothes. The skater clothes. She does have a change of clothes. I think. Wait, what clothes did she show up in? I think she showed up in these, actually. She brought one change of clothes. I think. She brought at least one. Yeah, she brought one outfit in the mug. She brought one outfit and a mug. Very important. The mug was very important. You don't understand. The mug was essential. One pair of clothes isn't enough. I know it isn't. I was just trying to make sure. I know it's not. It is kind of weird. Natsuki sitting across from me, still laughing. It's weird. I don't know if this is happening right now, but somehow already feels nostalgic. I start digging in. It's almost as if we're in a remake of some sort. And this mod becomes really meta, and it turns out that they know this is the next music remake, and they're like, let's start with the bacon. I need to see how well my efforts have fared. After a few bites, I conclude that it was just good enough. Seems appropriate for something I made. Looking over at Natsuki, I see her take a taste of the bacon. Seems to have taken notice of me trying to gauge her opinion. That bad, huh?
What? No way.
They're decent, at least. Okay, see how good your eggs are before you talk big game.
Please do.
I take a portion of the scrambled eggs and stuff it into my mouth.
God damn it. Okay, I get the joke, but it's hard to see that text. What the fuck? Eh.
Oh my god, these eggs are great.
I couldn't hear you. Can you speak up?
These eggs are great.
What?
These eggs are great!
Ah, that's better. Told ya.
Jesus. Yeah, don't rub it in. I do like the effect, though. I just wish it was slightly bigger. But I do like the effect. It is funny. It's like, it's cute. Take a sip from the mug. This bright pink, cat-eared mug. Hey, can I ask you something? How did you get this mug in here?
Sure, what's up?
The mug's yours, right?
Yeah?
I bring this of all things. Exactly! Kind of a dead weight, isn't it? Surely could have used that space for something. Girl off Natsuki glares at me.
It is not dead weight!
Sorry. Just asking. I don't want to talk about it, it's fine. Take another sip from the mug. I fidgets in her seat before speaking.
Christmas gift. From Dad.
Oh. I set the mug down on the table. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Besides, apart from that, just a plain old mug.
Fair enough. Oh, damn, I bet you guys in the chat feel like assholes now making fun of her mug. Unlike me, I always respected Natsuki bringing the mug. Don't worry, Natsuki. I totally understood. Those people in the chat, though, they were all like, why did Natsuki bring a mug with her? And I was like, guys, please, the mug might have sentimental value. But they didn't listen to me, Natsuki. I don't know. The chat, they're evil. There's some evil. So that mug is ass. Hey! Don't say that! No, that wasn't me. Don't you try to lie, virtual cowboy. We have you. We have proof. We have evidence. Okay, but why is this still a priority? God damn, Elvis. Fucking Natsuki explains the fucking sentimental value of the mug. Fucking Elvis. Okay, but why? Like, what?
It's obvious. It's because she still cares about her father.
That mug is going to shatter later? Oh yeah, definitely. If they're bringing up the mug in this detail, the mug is gonna break. It's Chekhov's gun. Took another sip from the mug. Yeah, okay, so she says it's a Christmas gift. Don't worry about it. Besides, apart from that, just a plain old mug. What? Why not? See, this is why I don't like Natsuki sometimes. She'll sit there and get super upset and be like, it's not dead weight. It's a gift from my dad. And then you're like, oh, I'm sorry, Natsuki. And then she's like, well, it's fine. It's just a mug. What? And why make her this big deal? Ah. I miss Sayori. Fair enough. I habitually go for another sip. Got yourself before putting it down. Also, I'm not saying that's the mod's fault for making Natsuki like that. That's me just saying something I dislike about Natsuki as a character, because that is something Natsuki would totally do. That is a Natsuki thing. Natsuki would do that. So, what's the plan then? Don't know. Not much to do when we're stuck here.
Parfait girls?
Maybe later. Don't know how much more I can take of cute girls doing cute things. Enough of that this morning alone.
Oh, what? Are you going to read your crappy, lowest common denominator manga instead?
And suddenly, I'm struck with a genius idea. No, Natsuki. I won't read it. We are gonna read it.
Huh?
We're going to read it.
No, absolutely not.
Come on. I read Parfait Girls.
You liked Parfait Girls.
And maybe you'll like mine.
Maybe I won't.
Okay then, here's the $1 million question. You got literally anything better to do?
There's like 60 volumes. Let's be real, I probably won't be able to finish it in my lifetime.
That's what I said at first. Then I sat down and binged the entire series in 3 sessions.
Yeah? See? I have this thing called a life.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. That came out so wrong. I was trying to be a joke. Don't even start. What? Huh? What? Huh? Huh? What? What the fuck? Excuse me?
So like, I guess they were,
He was gonna challenge her point on having a life. All he said was, "Oh, really?" And then what? I don't. Also, wait, to answer a previous question, somebody was like, "Why would she want something for someone who not only beats her, but she ran away from them as well?" Well, I'm assuming what the mug is supposed to represent is that Natsuki's dad didn't always beat her, and to represent that Natsuki does still care about her father. That is actually a common trope for a lot of abused children, is that they still do have some feelings for their parent, even if their parent doesn't treat them exactly the right way. Usually it can happen if the parent didn't always used to treat them like that, or just because it's just their innate, feelings as being a child sometimes. That's why most of the time, I think the only time they won't have any feeling for them is if, like, their dad was gone their entire life. Then their dad is basically just a stranger that they have no feeling towards. So yeah, her taking the mug makes sense, technically. But yeah, I can understand what's happening here. It's like, so I guess they're joking around, and Natsuki's like, well, I have a life. And MC's like, oh, really? But then he's like, oh, I'm sorry, that came out so wrong. I was just trying to be I was trying to be joke. I was trying. What was he
Come back to it.
He was trying to be Joker. What was he trying to say here? I was trying to be joking? That's not how that word works. I was trying to be Joker.
What the fuck?
I was like, I think it was all. I don't even know how to fix that sentence. Why can't I was trying to joke around, maybe. It could have been.
Make a joke?
Yeah, or make a joke. I was trying to be joke.
To be a joke.
I was trying to be Mark Hamill's Joker.
This wasn't the first problem that arose. I think there was another problem that arose, and then this one arose as you went back to read it through.
What?
You looked in this.
Oh, maybe jokeful. Yeah, maybe that works.
Like there was something else that you didn't like, and then you went to go read back through it, and then you found this.
Yeah. No, this was why. Oh no, wait. No, yeah, I was trying to really collect. Yeah, no, because I was looking at this where he was like, "Oh, really?" So, okay, so I guess the point here is that MC was trying to imply you don't have a life, but Natsuki took that as, I'm abused. How dare you say that? And it's like, that's clearly not what he meant. I don't, like, he clearly didn't mean that, but of course, since for the plot, I guess, Natsuki has to.
Is like so fucking unlikable. I hate her.
She's like weirdly defensive, but then doesn't be defensive. It's odd. I don't know. It seems like a reach.
She's annoying.
It's like, it feels like kind of a reach. It feels like it's like she'd be like, I'm abused. How dare you say that to me? And it's like, what, Natsuki? Clearly he didn't mean that. Like, it just felt forced. It feels kind of forced in my opinion. I just would like to specify that I would just like to give a disclaimer that this is my opinion because I know how popular of a mod X Music truly is, so I know that a lot of people would probably get mad that I'm sharing this opinion. So please keep in mind, it is okay for you to like the mod and to not agree with my points. These are just my points.
This mod sucks.
These are just my points, so please keep that in mind. This is the disclaimer. She used to be your favorite, Zero. Not anymore! Deadass had to look up jokeful as a word. Maybe he did. Maybe he was gonna say jokeful then. Alright, maybe. Right. I'm sorry. You know, if you wanted, you could always change things up here. You could go for a little walk around the neighborhood, get some fresh air, you know. Being cooped up in here can't be that good for you. Okay, I see where this is going. I'd love to go out. Take offense, Zero, because your house is nice. But man, being stuck here sucks. But you know, there's the small, teeny, tiny issue of my dad. What if he's in the neighborhood? What do we do then? He lives on the other side of town. He's not gonna find himself in some random suburb around here. What if he knows I'm with you? And how would he know that? I don't know. You're right, of course. I don't know. He might have the plot ball. You fools, I figured you out through the power of plot! I just can't shake the feeling. Well, if you're scared of your dad so much, why keep the mug? Why do so many people not know how, like, abuse works? I mean, I get... In MC's case, I guess it's fine. And also, some people, I guess, don't know that. I'm not gonna sit here and act like he's dumb. Because I guess, to be fair, some people don't know about this. Huh? What does that have to do with anything? Also, yeah, that was very random to bring up. I'm curious. Why would you keep a memento from him? Natsuki flinches back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to push this on you. I wanted to hear it, so... That stupid mug is probably the closest thing to a Christmas gift he got me in years. I don't know why he picked a mug of all things. Must have been the bare minimum. But I guess it gives me some kind of reassurance that even despite, well, everything, he's still my dad. Or I love Undertale. Despite everything, it's still you. But yeah, see? Yeah, that's understood. But MC, shut the fuck up!
Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with him? Is he stupid?
I was like, okay, it makes sense. You know, I'm gonna let MC slide. And then I'm like, MC, why? MC, shut up! You're making it worse! Oh my god! Stockholm Syndrome is the emotional response where an abuse victim still has positive feelings towards their abusers. It happens when? Well, exactly what Natsuki said, basically. Exactly, yeah. It's a case of Stockholm Syndrome to a degree. Yeah. How can you say that when he beats you? I don't understand how you can just... I can't help it! Being stuck with the asshole my whole life has done this to me. It's made you complacent, is what it's done. I don't know how hard it's gonna be. But you do know you need to let this go, right? I mean, not the mug literally, but him. The person who ran away from him, you're sticking up for him a whole lot. And suddenly, I realize, wait a minute.
I'm being a jerk.
Did you not let me call the police because you didn't want to put your dad in prison? What? No! It's a lot more complicated than that, okay? In fact, have we already been through this? Well, yeah, but I just never got your lack of faith in the police department. I love the police department. I mean, surely they'd do something if you made a report. They would. Think that, wouldn't you? I tried to a few years ago. Uh-oh.
Oh.
I went to them, told them everything I could. And nothing. Not a call or a follow-up. Nothing. Not a damn thing.
That's a shitty police.
They took my statement, I guess. I never heard back. I guess, in the long term, check out my blessings, they never found out. Can't even say that I'd be here if he had. Wait, hold up. Alright. Natsuki only trusts Batman. When the police fail you, we depend on the Batman. That's almost unrealistic, actually. It depends on where they are. Because I was about to say, because it's like... Because I don't know, doesn't the Japanese police department, like... Aren't they, like, very serious about this kind of thing?
I mean, any police department serious.
Well, I mean the American police department is kind of all over the
The
place.
American police department is lacking slightly, but like everywhere else, yeah.
I feel like they're not in Japan. Where are they? That's kind of the problem here. I don't know. There are some places where nothing is done, but most places treat this very seriously, and if they don't, they at least investigate. I was about to say, I feel like with most places, they would at least, like, investigate something. What, they just turned her away? Like, yeah, sure, girl, bye. What?
Yeah, come to the police for your problems, just so we can ignore you.
Like, I don't know, like, I understand the whole, like, corrupt police and everything, but I don't know if they're that corrupt, and that's the problem. This mod's going off of the realistic. It's trying to be realistic, and the problem when you try to make something super realistic is that you get things like this, where it's like the police not doing anything feels kind of weird. Like, not even like I'm not even saying they gotta go to her home immediately and arrest the man, but like do some sort of follow-up.
Yeah.
I was thanking for the 220 bits at Sonic. Also, good night, Libitina. Not really, there was a case about some mother issuing issuing a restraining order on the husband, but they didn't enforce it in the kids that they had. The father took them and killed them, if I recall correctly. Okay, but to be fair, they didn't know the kids were gonna get killed. That was a different case. It's about a mother issuing a restraining order. That's a different case. I'm pretty sure child abuse, I'm pretty sure they kind of handle with more tact.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it's a little weird. I feel like they would have reached back to her in some sort of way. They could have made it better by saying that her father covered it up in a very, like, specific way. Hell, I'd argue behind closed doors kind of did it slightly better, where her dad was the police. So it was kind of hard for her to, like, get, you know, to get and come in contact with them because he was on the force, you know? So he was gonna find out. So it's like, I'd argue that one had a little bit more sense to it, but I don't know. This one's still just very weird. That's not the same as a child reporting their own abuse. Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. A child reporting saying they're being abused. Police will do something about that. It's not even like some other person saying, it's not like MC saying, help, there's a child being abused. Or like, I know of a child somewhere else being abused. A child going down and calling saying, I'm being abused by my parents. By my father.
That feels like extremely immoral and almost illegal to not do anything about that.
Like, that's a little bit like, what the fuck?
Like, how can you not do something about that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little weird. Oh, we'll see what happens. Just feels like a thing to kind of be like, ha, no police today. Like, it warrants at least a little bit of questions. They would at least ask her some questions like, where's your father right now? Where is going, like, you know, like, I don't know. A little weird. Guess Natsuki just found the crooked cops in town, sadly.
Yeah.
A tense silence washes over us as our mind races with the gruesome possibilities. She could... Oh, I know one! I played this before.
Yeah.
She clears the ground, and back to me. Do you get it now? I mean, God, you found out I was here? I'd be screwed. And you would be... screwed. Natsuki suddenly stops in her tracks. You'd be... Grabs her hand around her face. Be as screwed as me. Why did that take so long? Is it a secret? I can't let him know that my dad would probably kill him. Gotta keep that a secret, you know? Like, well, what? Huh? Oh man. Oh man, your dad would kill me? Oh God. The guy who abuses you and is basically the equivalent to a criminal almost would kill me? I shouldn't have listened to you. What? What do you mean? Here was a mistake. Eyes widen to the sound of her words. I think she regrets how far we've come. It's been like 3 days.
Yeah.
How far we've come. What? It's been like 3 days. We've come so far! I look off to the side to collect myself before facing her and responding. Why do you think that? I mean, aren't you better off here than dealing with him?
Obviously, but what if he finds me with you? I might end up getting hurt.
That's just it, though. How would he even find us? He's on the other side of town. Yeah, it's not like he can call the police and report a missing child. Oh, wait a minute. He kinda can do that. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. I know that alone isn't much, but it does make a difference. He doesn't even know who I am, let alone where I live. I know you being here puts me at risk as well. What other option is there? Bring Natsuki to the police. To make sure something happens. It may be past the point of no return for you to go back. In a month's time, you won't have to worry about him ever again. Like at this point, you need an adult. Another adult to tell this to. There's a reason. I hate to be PSA 0 and be like, kids, tell an adult, like your pastor or your teacher. But like, in these types of situations, you kinda have to. I don't know. Like, it's like, what the fuck's MC gonna do about it? He's still going to school. Like, why do you think you're fucked? Like, my God. And also, MC is a terrible person. He's being just super complacent to all of this. Just allowing her to do this when he should have went to somebody to tell her. A pastor 0. No, I was quoting the Sonic quote. I don't actually mean a pastor.
I mean, the pastor is the only person you can go to.
We don't trust pastors.
What?
We don't trust pastors. Remember when he called her complacent? Yeah, he called Natsuki complacent when he's the one being complacent. Fucking the pot calling the kettle black. Oh my God. In a month's time, you won't have to worry about him ever again. How? Like, what? Like, how is he so sure? Oh yeah, in a month, he'll just forget he had a daughter. Like, what?
Yep.
So we just gotta wait a month. I will simply delete him from the game. So all we can do is look ahead and try to get through all this. Yeah? Without another word, Natsuki stands up and makes her way upstairs. The spare room, I'm guessing. I remain planted in my seat, running my hands through my hair. What the hell was I thinking? Bringing up her dad like that wasn't my place. Stand up and consider following her, but I stop myself in my tracks. Having to occupy myself with something, enter the kitchen and start transferring yesterday's clean but damp washing into the dryer. To be fair to you, MC, you brought up her life, which ended up being her dad. But also, you did actually know, yeah, you were kind of dumb, because then he was like, oh, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. She was like, why would you stick up for a man who beats you? And it's like, yeah, he was kind of dumb. You see, this mod doesn't last a month, so she technically won't have to deal with him in a month. Ooh, it's a good point, MJS is correct. In the kitchen and start transferring yesterday's clean, but damp washing. Okay, we're done that. Did I mess this up? Oh, here comes Vic Net MC again. I don't think so. I'm doing the right thing. I know I am. Sure, there may be a few kinks that need to be ironed out, but better than leaving her with him. Get the last of the clothes in the dryer and start fiddling with the options. Having configured it to the fastest option I could find, I press start and the machine quickly rumbles to life. Okay, that one was good. I like that. It didn't go back to fucking Sayori again, hanging herself. Good. I'm glad. He didn't bring up Sayori. I'm proud of him. But what do I do? How can I fix this? Tell someone! You can't fix this on your own. Like, he literally had the right idea, being like, shouldn't we tell her friend, like, tell the club about it and everything. And he's like, why would you lie to Sayori? And I'm like, yes, this is how MC should be. And then he just started being like, I don't want to hurt Natsuki's feelings.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I hate him so much.
I don't like anybody in this mod. I mean, at least Natsuki and him. They're
I
both
just like Sayori so far. And Yuri is the little we've seen of her.
Even Monika's seeming iffy.
They made Monika like randomly passive aggressive at one point. Tell the club, police, therapist, FBI, or damn judge. And like I understand that he's like, I don't want to hurt her feelings because I love her. It's like, but come on, dude. To this level? And even then, it's not even like he's dumb and he's never thought about it. In the beginning, he literally did think about it. But then later, he's just like totally being like, okay, Natsuki, I believe you. I'm gonna listen to you now. Like, oh my god, MC. You're pissing me off, man. You're pissing me off. Mine immediately jumps to Sayori. God damn it!
Oh. Why?
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, I thought it was gonna be the Sayori hanging thing again. She might know. There's a knack for cheering people up. But maybe I shouldn't involve her in this. Please involve her in this. Can always use her as an emotional crutch. It's not an emotional crutch. You literally can't handle this on your own. Especially now she can barely keep herself together. Tell the fucking club. Maybe Yuri? No, she can't know. For no reason. I guess they make him some kind of story to explain to her. But even so, how much relationship advice would Yuri be able to give? Huh? Wait, what?
What? He's trying to ask about a relationship.
This is about your
I thought he was trying to ask about what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't like this mod anymore.
Now is not the time to be thinking about pussy, MC. Wait, I thought you were What?
I don't like this.
Relationship advice? So Yuri, her dad beats her, right? But like, I don't know whether that leaves our relationship. Who cares about your relationship? So what about Monika? And she probably knows the most about, well, not relationship, but friendship advice. She has more than enough on her plate already. I don't want to stress her out anymore. But you do realize that if you tell Monika about what's going on with Natsuki, and that explains why you guys aren't at the club, that would make Monika feel so much better because she knows what's going on with everybody, with her friends.
I actually hate this.
Well, looks like I'm on my own here. You sure are, MC. You sure are.
You really are.
You sure are, MC. I'm out of here. You are alone. Even I'm leaving.
This shit anymore. You're a fictional character and we can't handle you anymore.
What would Natsuki appreciate? Can make her dinner, but it's not like that affirms anything. Okay, so we're not even focusing on trying to fix Natsuki's problem. We're just trying to make Natsuki feel better about her abusive life situation that has no definitive end. MC is sitting here saying like, oh man, she's so upset. How can I make her feel better? Well, how about trying to get her help? And not just be like, forget about your problems, ignore them. I don't think I was ever expected to not feed her. Maybe I could buy a new volume of Parfait Girls. Nah, seems a little too materialistic. Not to mention those volumes can get really pricey. I'm not sure I have the money to burn on stuff like that. Noticing the dryer's quiet down, I assume that's finished its job. At least we get clean clothes. That was fast. Opening the drawer under the sink, I grab a large bag and start stuffing the new dry clothes into it, one by one. As I get the last articles of clothing in, something catches my attention. Natsuki's school blazer, the left sleeve ripped at the seam.